Tonight, next weather is in your neighborhood as we count down to Halloween.
And tonight we're in the Madison Heights neighborhood in Pasadena, and meteorologist Evelyn Taft is there live with your next weather forecast. Hi, Ev.
Hi, Amy Wan. Certainly toasty here in the Madison Heights neighborhood of Pasadena. And you could see we did ask for permission, so I'm not going to scare anybody. But we are in the business of scaring, right? It's Halloween after all. So we're going to talk to this homeowner coming up in just a little bit. Really has done a beautiful job on the front lawn. All these homes, and we're going to take you through just a few of them, of course, coming up just a little later. But I do want to talk weather because I have to address the fact that it is very warm out here. And again, not as hot as where we've been. Temperatures have gotten cooler, but we are very much in the 80s here in Pasadena. As we get a look at all of the numbers, you'll see 86 downtown LA. Actually, this map is telling me 92. So it depends on where you are in Pasadena, because the last number I was looking at was 87. But on my forecast map right there, this observation point showing you 92 degrees. As we get a look at our 24-hour temperature changes, we did get a little cooler today compared to yesterday. You will see Pasadena, technically, we're 3 degrees cooler right now compared to this time yesterday. 4 degrees cooler in Riverside, 7 degrees cooler in Fullerton. Almost rhymed, and 2 degrees cooler in downtown. So we are in a little bit of a cooling pattern as we head into the next little bit. But of course, we're going to take a look at your full forecast coming up in just a little bit. And you will see tonight temperatures will continue to just get a little milder. But for now, we're hanging out in the 80s. 5 o'clock will be at 85, and then down to the 80s and 70s by 7 and 8 p.m. So we're going to take you through your full forecast, of course, your Halloween forecast. That's all coming up, and more fun stuff from the Madison Heights neighborhood here in Pasadena. But right now, I'll send it back to you, Amy and Watt, in the studio.
Looking like a lot of fun so far. Okay, thanks so much, Evelyn.
Next weather in your neighborhood is driven by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
All right, here we are. We are taking next weather into your neighborhood tonight. We're showcasing homes all decked out for Halloween.
And tonight we are in the Madison Heights neighborhood in Pasadena, and our Evelyn Taft is there live with our next weather forecast. Ev.
Hi there, Amy Wan, the beautiful Madison Heights neighborhood of Pasadena. I might add, temperatures quite warm out here. We have now confirmed that we're actually in the 90s, and it feels that way, let me tell you. So we're going to walk you through this neighbor's front yard. We're going to talk to him in just a minute, but I do want to get to your forecast in just a minute as well. But first and foremost, you will see a beautiful job here. Beautiful job. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a neighbor. That's a real person. It's a real person. And there you go. So we're going to chat in just a minute. Okay. You're going to tell me all about everything that goes on here. We're going to talk about the forecast. Pretty toasty out here, right? Very warm. Very warm. So we got confirmation. Let's get right to it. And I will tell you that temperatures are in the 90s out here. As we take a look at the rest of your forecast, you will see some cooling beginning. That marine layer is returning above average temperatures as we head into the weekend, and we are back to fall by late next week. So anyone searching for fall, it's not feeling like it out here, but it will eventually get there. As we get a look at temperatures for tomorrow, you'll see numbers in the 70s and 80s, 81 in Burbank, 80 in downtown, 78 in Fullerton, and 74 in Santa Ana. So really unbelievable that temperatures are still this warm as we move into Halloween. So high pressure is still dominating for now, but there is a bit of a cool down heading our way. Still warm though, even though temperatures will get cooler from where we've been. As we take a look at the rest of your forecast right here, I do want to tell you that temperatures will go from the 90s and the 80s to more the 70s and 80s as we head into the next few days. So you will see some of those numbers right here as we take a look at your next weather 7-day forecast for the Basin in Orange County. We're in the 80s turn to the 70s as we head into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. As we check out one more next weather 7-day forecast, I will tell you numbers will continue to get much cooler, but still in the warm territory, if you will. So for the valleys, you will see temperatures in the 80s for the next 6 days. By day 7, we're in the upper 70s, and one more next weather 7-day forecast. I do want to check in currently with the IE. You'll see numbers in the 80s for the next 7 days, but particularly warm as we head into Halloween and our Saturday and Sunday. And we are here with Chris. He's a real person, right? Not a mannequin, not a witch, not a goblin. Tell me a little more about what you guys do here.
So every year we do a big Halloween decoration. It was sort of a tradition of the neighborhood. We get probably 1,500 to 2,000 trick-or-treaters every year. And we were told when we bought the house and moved in 2018 that we had to keep up the tradition. The previous owners, and I think many before, had established this is kind of a nice stage for a bunch of Halloween decorations, and so we're super happy to keep up the tradition. We really enjoy seeing all the kids and all the families out every Halloween.
I love that. And I mean, you really have kept up the tradition. You've held up your end of the deal here.
We have tried. We've done our best, yes.
Oh, I love it. Wonderful. And we're going to have beautiful weather here, of course, in Pasadena. I mean, 1,500 trick-or-treaters, that's a lot of candy.
Yeah, it's busy all night long.
That's amazing. So beautiful. And I can't tell you how many passerbyers and neighbors kind of sort of waving and looking, and the whole neighborhood is unreal. So we're going to walk you through a few more houses coming up in just a little bit. But right now, Amy Wan, back to you in the studio.
All right, it looks great, Ev. Thanks so much.
Next weather in your neighborhood is driven by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
Ooh, that scream is always the last.
Always
little
gets me.
Yes. Well, tonight, next weather is in your neighborhood as we count down to Halloween.
And tonight we're in the Madison Heights neighborhood in Pasadena, where homes are all decked out for Halloween. And meteorologist Evelyn Taft is there live with your next weather forecast. Evelyn.
Indeed. And I mean, what a beautiful night out here. Temperatures finally starting to get a little cooler. I'm joined by a couple friends here, my two skeletons and my cute little puppy, right? Adorable. Actually, I do have a real friend here. Her name is Emily, and she is a neighbor here in the Madison Heights neighborhood of Pasadena. And Halloween's really big for you guys, right?
It's very big holiday.
And, you know, I have to say I'm envious. And Emily and I were talking about this earlier. I've always wanted one of these big skeletons. So I think I'm going to spring for it next year. Maybe not this year. You have a special plan for Halloween because you've got, you know, Dodgers. We all have the Dodgers tomorrow.
Yes. So we decided that we're doing the regular candy give out, but we also got kind of a portable screen we're going to put up here and project the game. We were hoping we wouldn't have to. Yeah, we were hoping they would win last night, but it is what it is. So we're going to project it up there, and then hopefully as it gets darker, people can at least watch like the latter part of the game.
Exactly. I think a lot of people are going to definitely take a page out of your book. And also, just curious, you have about how many trick-or-treaters coming through? You said 2,000?
We always buy around 2,000 pieces of candy, and we're very careful. We give like one piece per kid so that it lasts. And even with that, we usually run out of candy around 8 o'clock. We've never had extra candy. And my kids used to actually go around the neighborhood and get more candy and then give that to the trick-or-treaters. So yeah, we usually go dark around 8.
Okay, unbelievable. Could you imagine buying 2,000 bags of candy? I'm going to start doing the math coming up in a little bit just to sort of figure out how many bags that is. Maybe you can help me start calculating because I want to envision that. Right? But for now, we're calculating numbers and the forecast. And certainly nothing in the 2,000 range, but it does feel like it's 2,000 degrees outside. It did feel like that, right? The last couple of days. Absolutely. And it's finally getting a little cooler. We're in the 80s tonight. It will get cooler by Halloween. Not cool, but cooler than where we've been. So some cooling has begun. That marine layer is moving in. It's above average. And we're going to get back to a fall forecast as we head into the end of next week. And with that, let's jump ahead and take a look at the next 7 days. For the Basin in Orange County, we're in the 80s turning to the 70s by next week. And for the valleys, we're also expecting very warm temperatures for the next few days, but we'll see a nice little cool down by the end of the week as well. We're going to go from 80s to 70s by next week. And finally, for the Inland Empire, 80s at least through Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So the next 7 days, keeping numbers in the 80s, but going from upper 80s to lower 80s. And for the deserts, mountains, and the beaches, you'll see temperatures going from the 70s to the 60s for the beaches, the 70s to the 60s for the mountains, and the deserts in the 80s, turning to the 70s as we head into next week. So we're going to take you through a few more homes. We're going to do those calculations as well. 2,000 pieces of candy is unbelievable. I'll send it back to you, Amy and Juan.
It's a lot of money, too.
Yes, a lot of money. Chocolate's expensive.
That, too.
Thanks so much.
Thanks,
Oh, there it is. We were looking forward to that one.
Okay, that was the best team. I think they were making fun of us. We were back. Well, we are taking next weather into your neighborhood tonight for a Halloween Eve.
Communities across SoCal love to decorate for the holiday, and tonight we're in Pasadena.
And meteorologist Evelyn Taft is there live tonight with our next weather forecast and all the Halloween fun. And Ev, we were waiting on the cue for that scream. That's just amazing.
Oh my, right? So good. So good. Every time I hear the screen, I'm like, okay, I'm in place. I'm on somebody's porch. I'm living my best life in Pasadena, ladies. I really am. I think I want to move here. I mean, who wouldn't? First of all, Halloween spirit is like a 10 out of 10, okay? Every house in this neighborhood, and it's sort of like an unspoken requirement for moving here, is decorated for Halloween. So you don't want to be the Grinch, that's for sure. Every single house literally has gone all out. You're going to see right here. Just, take a look at all of these pumpkins lining the entrance. And the number that we're getting from most of the neighbors, 2,000 trick-or-treaters. That's right. So about 2,000 trick-or-treaters, that equates to, yes, 2,000 pieces of candy. And we're doing the math on what that's going to cost and how many bags of candy, of course. So we're going to have that coming up for you in a minute. But I do have the forecast coming up for you because we are looking at pretty mild temperatures. I wouldn't even say mild, but compared to where we were in the 90s here in Pasadena earlier. Well, now we're in the 80s and 70s as we head into the next few hours here. So it will get a little cooler, and it's a lot cooler today compared to this time yesterday. So we're continuing to see very warm numbers for now. That 24-hour temperature change, you'll see that we are certainly about 5 to 9 degrees cooler tonight compared to this time last night. And here in Pasadena, about 5 degrees cooler. So the cool down certainly has arrived. And as we get a look at the rest of your forecast right here, I do want to tell you that we're continuing to see very warm numbers as we move into the next few days, just not nearly as hot as where we've been. We've been in the 80s and 90s. We're mostly just expecting to see 70s and 80s for the days to come. And of course, over the next few hours, temperatures dipping down to the 70s, eventually the 60s, and we'll have that full forecast coming up for you in just a little bit. But right now, I'm going to move to the next house, and I'm going to send it back to you, Pat and Rudbay, in the studio.
You're going to find another porch. Thanks, Ev.
Oh, heck yeah.
Meteorologist Evelyn Taft is live in Pasadena tonight with our Halloween neighborhood next weather. Ev.
No bears here, thankfully, but we are hanging out with a lot of kiddos, a lot of skeletons, and a little preview to what tomorrow night's going to look like here on the front lawn on Madison Avenue, because the Dodgers game will be going on, and a lot of neighbors sort of doing the same thing. I'm hoping that a lot of us here in Southern California can take notes, because that way we can trick or treat and watch the game at the same time. And I think I just spotted myself. There we go. Nope, that's not me. Just kidding. And that's not the Dodgers game, because of course they're playing tomorrow. But you know what? You know who I did spot? Our wonderful neighbors here on Madison, and they're dressed in costume. We saw you guys a little bit ago, and we were going to ask you what you're going to be for Halloween, but don't tell me you're a pug.
I'm a puppy.
You're a puppy. I think you're a pug puppy. That's my favorite kind of puppy. And what about you?
I'm a karate kid.
You're a karate kid. Is that your favorite movie, maybe? Ooh, so maybe after the Dodgers or before the Dodgers, you could watch Karate Kid before the Dodgers game. This is awesome, you guys.
Thank you.
Tell us a little more about what you do for Halloween and what you're doing with the Dodgers tomorrow.
So we have a big screen up here to watch the Dodger game tomorrow. We're just so happy that so many people choose this neighborhood to come and trick or treat. And we feel like it's been a tough year for a lot of Angelinos, and so we're really honored that there's so many people from outside of our neighborhood who are going to be on our street tomorrow.
That's amazing. I heard a lot of kids coming in from Altadena, which is really cool, and some puppies and some karate kids. So thank you guys, and literally this is so genius. So hopefully you're taking notes, because this should be on everybody's front lawn if they're hosting trick-or-treaters tomorrow, so you can come watch the Dodgers right here in Pasadena. In fact, right here in Pasadena, temperatures will be beautiful as we head into Halloween, but right now we're looking at numbers mostly in the 70s and 80s across most of Southern California. And as we head into tomorrow, instead of seeing 80s and 90s, we're going to see more 70s and 80s predominantly. So we're going to continue to see temperatures stay warm, just not as warm as where we've been. So for now, high pressure holds strong, and with that, we're going to continue to see heat across Southern California. but again, just not as hot as where we've been. Then temperatures start to get a little cooler, and by the end of next week, we start to feel more fall-like, if you will. But until then, we're really just looking at numbers in the 70s and 80s, still very warm for this time of year. And as we take a look at your extended forecast, you will see that we're continuing to see numbers in the 80s for the basin, Orange County. We're going to see 80s turning to 70s. Then as we check out one more next weather 7-day forecast in the valleys in just a moment, we'll have that up. And I will tell you that we're going to continue to see temperatures stay very warm. Lots of 80s almost for the next 7 days. And finally, checking in with the Inland Empire, we will see mostly 80s. Again, we've been in the 90s. We're going to see 80s. And temperatures do get cooler, but that cool down, well, we don't really feel it significantly until the end of the work week. So, of course, we'll have a few more 7-day forecasts coming up for you as well. And we're going to take you through a few more houses here in the Madison Heights, of course, community of Pasadena. It is unbelievable here. If I could pick anywhere to trick or treat, this certainly would be at the top of my list. But my kids are dead set, of course, on our neighborhood. Tradition's tradition, but it's pretty amazing. Pat Rudabay, back to you in the studio.
That's going to be a major party tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Evelyn.
Next weather in your neighborhood is driven by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
Oh, girl.
The scream really does it.
Right. Well, Halloween is tomorrow, and we are getting a jump start tonight in our neighborhood next weather.
We've seen so many incredible homes all decked out across SoCal, and tonight we're in Pasadena.
And meteorologist Evelyn Taft is back with our Halloween next weather. I would scream, Ed, but I can't do it like her. Whoever we found it.
Oh my gosh, I know. I feel like I'm already barely holding on to my voice, but you know, that scream, that really does it. As soon as I hear it, I'm like, okay, here I go. Here I am. And really, we've been having the best time here. We really have. The neighbors, I have to start off with the fact that it's the most beautiful neighborhood. Every house is beautifully decorated. And then on top of all of that, everybody is so nice here. Everybody has just been so welcoming, literally welcoming us into their homes, showing us their decorations. Few people still not home, but when they get here, don't worry, they'll be getting a knock on the door from us because why not? You know, I mean, it is just so cool. Every single front lawn either has a graveyard or, you know, skeletons or pumpkins or right here, caution tape. Look at that. Yep. That's right. So we got to keep out. We got to keep out. It looks like it's a zombie zone over here to really hone in on that. Take a look at that. So really, everything is just so meticulously thought out. It's unbelievable. And the other thing about all the neighbors here, they're so generous because they literally are buying at least 2,000 pieces of candy for every trick-or-treater that comes through. So it's really the place to be on Halloween, and could get even more kids coming through this year. We're hearing a lot of kids from Altadena potentially coming here to Pasadena to trick-or-treat. All right, let's get to that forecast as promised, and I do want to take a look at all of the numbers. And of course, we've got this warm up that we've been experiencing the last couple of days, but temperatures now, well, they're going to get a lot cooler as we head to the next few days. Some cooling will begin. We've got that marine layer returning for some. We've got above average temperatures for the weekend, and then we're back to fall as we head to late next week. Now, highs tomorrow, they're looking a little bit like this. We're looking at all of the numbers here, 70s and 80s. And then high pressure, it's still hanging out. It's keeping us warm over the next couple of days, but just not as hot as where we've been, but we're still very much above average for this time of year, at least for now. By the end of next week, we are expecting fall-like conditions to hit, and temperatures will finally get cooler, but it's going to be a little ways before we get there. And I do want to check in with your next weather 7-day forecast right here. You'll see 80s turning to 70s. That's going to be for the basin. As we check in with the valleys, 80s eventually getting down to 79 degrees by Thursday. For the Inland Empire, we're expecting 80s for the next 7 days, but we're going from the upper 80s for our Halloween tomorrow to the low 80s by Thursday. And finally checking in with one more next weather 7-day forecast. For the deserts, the mountains, and the beaches, you'll see 80s turning to 70s. Now the mountains are in the 70s turning to the 60s, and the beaches in the 70s turning to the upper 60s by the time we head to the end of next week. That's right. So really, it's going to be on day 7 when we finally start to feel a little more like fall. Until then, we're just going to have all the hot chocolates and the pumpkin spice lattes and all the things that are making us feel like it's actually cool outside, but it ain't. All right. For now, though, Pat, Rudabeh, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Aw, 'tis the season anyway.
Yeah. I heard you say we, so we're waiting for our pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, all right. You're going to have to text me your coffee order.
Aw.
I don't know if I can eat up that much time on the air, but text me your coffee orders.
Thanks,
Bring them
Ev.
your way.
Tonight's I wish I could say that was my voice that recorded that. You know, tonight's next weather in your neighborhood takes us to the Madison Heights neighborhood in Pasadena. And meteorologist Evelyn Taft, she's there live with a look at the decorations. And you've got a warm Halloween forecast. And I know you're pretty nice and warm out there too with your pumpkin spice latte. Have to keep mentioning that.
Absolutely. I got my pumpkin spice and I've got my Jolly Rogers hanging out with me tonight. So it's a good night out here in Madison Heights in Pasadena. I'm really settling into the neighborhood, let me tell you. So are these guys. We're going to be talking to them in just a moment, but I do want to tell you that it's getting a little cooler out here. So that pumpkin spice is starting to feel nice. Yep. That was a rhyme, intentional. And I will tell you that temperatures are now in the 70s. They're going to start to get a little cooler as we head into the next few days. But eventually, we will actually see a pretty significant cool down by the end of next week. So as we take a look at the numbers, again, 70s currently, and that's in Pasadena. We're going to continue to get a little cooler throughout the evening, eventually down to the 60s. It's certainly cooler tonight compared to this time last night as we get a look at our 24-hour temperature changes. You'll see just that. And again, over the next few hours, we will continue to cool across Southern California. Not a lot of cloud cover. We're still keeping things mostly clear with 60s in the overnight hours. And then as we head into the later part of the forecast, we could start to see a little bit of fog resurface and cooler temperatures all around. But really that cool down not hitting until we hit about next week or so. So, in the meantime, Halloween, again, it's going to be pretty toasty, especially for these guys with, you know, all of their pirate attire, if you will. I'm going to take a seat. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but there is a sign here that says, what does it say? Pirates only, no trespassing. Oh, am I a pirate? I am now. All others will walk the plank. So I'm taking that risk for you tonight because I wanted to hang out with our friends. And, of course, just a beautiful night out here in Pasadena. So why not? For now, though, I'll send it back to you, Pat and Rudabeh, in the studio.
Next weather in your neighborhood is driven by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
We are in Pasadena tonight for next weather in your neighborhood. And meteorologist Evelyn Taft joins us from a neighborhood that's going all out for Halloween tomorrow. Oh, now you really look spooky, Ev. Yeah.
Right? Some red light for effect.
Yes, love
Pat,
it.
I know. And it's amazing. And Madison Heights, let me tell you, in Pasadena, that is where it's at. We started the evening at Chris and Jasmine's house. We talked to Chris a little earlier, and we wanted to come back to see it in full effect with the red light and the headless horseman. So Chris and Jasmine are going to actually walk us through, literally, their front yard and tell us a little more about what they did to decorate this year.
Oh, well, we always like to have the cemetery, but this year we're really featuring more mummies, and the Headless Horseman is a great addition to the collection this year, so we're very happy about that.
And right over here. All right. What do we got over here?
We've got Dracula's tomb. We've got some other fun gravestones, and
who's this over here?
And someone who doesn't wear waterproof makeup, the sad bride of Frankenstein, perhaps.
Love it. I love her eyes.
Yes, yes. And then we're really impressed by these pumpkin towers this year.
Tell us more.
They're really nice and lit up and form a nice warm welcome for the young children who are terrified to come trick-or-treat at our house. But yeah, we'll probably get, you know, maybe more than 2,000 this year. Oh, we're definitely hosting, you know, kids from Altadena this year, and so we're expecting a few more. I think we're going to make another candy run tonight just to prepare.